President and Commander-in-Chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, were never turned against our own people, and the standard actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy in West Africa and a shining example to the world. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. As I step aside as President of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences, embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Those who wrote the speech, inaugurationally, everybody happy. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing about the effort to bring a new regime. Then we'll sit down with happiness. We go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's talking to me. Then you go there, I will tell you that nation. I will tell US, I will bring one for you. Because you think one for you, transit. By the time the open was bringing, when you got to the that's it. Because in this country,
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence, 30 years, prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brandon Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and now prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time of experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at Large for War Crimes issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D-404, and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change in Liberia and what needed to happen to solidify that process. There was little mention, if any, in his testimony about Sierra Leone. And here is what he said. I posit that 5 years from now, when the international community is challenged by other crises, Taylor in Calabar, under the protection of Nigeria, will make his move. We will wake up one morning and watch on CNN as Taylor rides triumphantly down the main street in Monrovia to the executive mansion, daring all of us to come and get him. Unless he is handed over to the Special Court for Sierra Leone, this scenario is not out of the realm of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the Special Court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the Special Court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear of the rim of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the Special Court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the Special Court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? See, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government you lie.
And yes, there's a key word in democracy. That most of our politicians seem to ignore or overlook. And that's the word called trust. Most of the people who go to the polls to vote for a regime change, they vest their confidence into that system that is being sold to them. And so you always hear the citizens when they are crying that you fool us, you lie to us, you betray us.
Telling you, brother. So
They have no trust in you anymore. Whatever the case is, this is a brand new edition of your program, Freedom Hard Talk.
People suffer.
Hide as in H-A-R-D.
Your vision.
Freedom Hard Talk.
You got nothing to show. Nothing.
Yes, it is not hot, H-O-T. It is hide. Freedom Hard Talk. This is Freedom FM 87.9. We come to you every day on your radio from 8 o'clock in night to 10 o'clock in the night. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora. Our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the show. Too many things to talk about, a lot to talk about. State radio seems to be in disarray, seems to be crumbling.
That speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us.
It's something we predicted last year, just little last year. It's coming to pass. Tonight we'll put our mouth on the Supreme Court small.
There you go. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why?
There is something scary happening that is being reported. But it seems like the government is overlooking it. It is a growing crisis between the Liberia and Guineans. There are bullets along the Lofa area that are being hijacked, unquote. Men of the armed forces of Guinea, the Guinean military, just about 45 minutes ago, there were a series of video posted on social media by one orator, I think Bondo. In a video which we are going to play, you will see Guinean soldiers.
Why? The government should lie. Why?
Entering in a town. I'm even told that a vehicle was sieged by those military personnel belonging to the Guinean armed forces. So we'll read for you what the poster posted. We will play for you the video, a series of videos that were shared with us. It makes sense of all of these issues, Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. What is this, man? What is this? I don't like this at all. I don't like this. You have to behave. I don't like this.
My people, where you at? Welcome for you.
So yes, we'll make sense of all of these issues tonight on the show.
Whip your hands.
We don't want to be too fast to say our bowler with love with a Guinea and from the lower end is being invaded because there's been no investigation conducted, but there's a need for us to raise these alarms as it is being reported that those who living in that part of Lofa were they had to flee that area out of fear. And so all of these things are in the package for tonight. But normally, as usual, Junkins Morris will detail us. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia, and we are in partnership with Win Liberia and Bokongide Group of Companies. Very shortly, we take a break from these sponsors. When we come back, we'll move on to our Facebook Live page to welcome all of you joining us tonight. My name is Austin Kawa. I'm here alongside Junkins Morris, and together we are your drivers. Straight up to 10 o'clock tonight. Let's take a break.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents United States dollars, you can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for $200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
Are you seeking financial empowerment, dreaming of building your future? Then your solution is Bokongide Group of Companies. Bokongide, your trusted partner in microfinance, construction, and general services. We provide microfinance for many institutions like House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate, National Port Authority, Governors Commission, LRA, Gender Ministry, Corporate Development Authority, GAC, and Auto Lines Ministry and Agency, with a percentage range from 15% to 20%. At Bokongide, we understand your aspiration, your goals, and your dreams. That's why we offer tailored microfinance solutions designed to uplift individuals and communities alike. Whether you are an entrepreneur with a vision or a family aiming for a better tomorrow, our microfinance services pave the way to financial independence. But that's not all. Bokongide Group of Companies doesn't just stop at microfinance. Our expert construction team brings your architecture dreams to life. From residential to commercial projects, we craft spaces that inspire, innovate, and endure. And when it comes to general services, Bokongide is your one-stop destination. From facility management to logistics, we ensure seamless operation. every step of the way with our apartment rental and furnished apartment for long and short-term stay. You will enjoy the luxury of comfort. Join the thousands who have entrusted their dreams to Bokongide. Experience, unmatched professionalism, dedication, and integrity. With Bokongide Group of Companies, your success is not just a goal, it's our mission. Visit our Capitol Building office or find us in the Royal Garden Plaza on Crown Hill, Broad Street, or call today 0770-520-958 or 0777-017-603 or 086-622-599 or email Bokongide Group of Companies at gmail.com. Bokongide Group of Companies, microfinance, construction, general services, your partner in progress. New Day, do something.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
Okay, thank you, Papi. This is Ome Sam Sanya. This is Ome Sam Sanya. Junkins, welcome, my brother.
Thank you, Austin.
How was the weekend?
Yeah, great. By His grace.
You don't sound like your weekend was great. You sound like you moony. Is it because of the haircut?
Austin. I'm great.
Okay, it's good to have you back here. I know, obviously, normally the weekends are really, really tiring. Most people use the weekends to interact with family members and friends. You know, they've not seen for the week, and then you have to spend time with the family. For those of us who are family people, you know, so it's a whole difficult thing. It's a whole hectic thing. You have to rainbow through the different cycles and all of that. Okay, but whatever the case is, it's good to be back here to interact with all of you who've been waiting for us to return to the radio. So let's welcome some of you joining us via our Facebook page, beginning with Malu F. Fofana from 20th Street. Henry To is joining us tonight from Cardwell. Costa Rico is joining us tonight. Informed Liberian Today has joined us and is watching from Canada. Venetia's Junior Bar, as usual, from Newtown. Honorable Isaac To is joining us tonight from District 14. Patricia Jipla is joining tonight from Newtown. Emmanuel Bro from Minneapolis. In the US, Verma McIntosh Clyde is joining tonight from Norway. Verma, it's good to have you back here. You've been away for a while, but I know normally you guys can be flipping between us and AB. So people can say this week for Austin and next week for AB, this week for AB, next week for Austin. So they flip it between. Some was so true. What did Austin discussing? What did AB discussing? No, I don't want Austin talking. I want AB go to either. So yeah, they say AB and I can confuse the internet. It can be switching in between, but it's good. Who is that? King Sergio Wise is joining us tonight from Broadville. Or Bakayoko, Ali Bakayoko is joining us tonight from where? From Boston in the US. Melvin Nathaniel Roosevelt is joining us from Monrovia. Comfort Cooper is joining us from Staten Island in New York of that state, U.S. Saturday. Wondu Wule is joining us tonight from Atlanta, Georgia. Terry Conner is joining us tonight from Ashmore Street. Prince Cody, welcome to the show. Anna Kekula, welcome to the show from Bon County. Papi Keita, welcome to the show from Dupont Road. Denise Brooks, welcome to the show from Palm Oil Company. She said Equatorial Palm Oil Company, Grand Bassa County. There you go. The cold will not give me chance. Yeah, bear with me. Always on the dry season, always still got cold. Matthew Ndole from Babulo County. Did we? Okay, yeah, we saw Papi, we saw Dennis Brooks from Grand Bassa, Patricia, that's Patrick Boa from Nigeria. Particularly is in Abuja. Bwaka Sony is joining us tonight from Morton Corner. Oh, yes, that's my community. Morton Corner community in Broville. You said the capital city of Broville. Morton Corner. I like that, Bwaka. Favor Morris, welcome to the show. Etta Fa is joining tonight from the US. Welcome, Etta. Jerry Sintukpa is joining tonight from District 2. That's in Montserrat County. Amos Diba is following. Perry Jide is joining from Western Australia. It's good to have you joining tonight, Perry. Baula James is joining tonight from Pennsylvania in the US. Vema say, yes, you get it right. I know, they're coming to complain, so I knew. Arthur Thomas is joining tonight from Jonathan. Dubon Hill is following. Benedict Nianti is joining the show tonight. Amos Achi Day the second is joining from Maryland County. Eric is joining from Lower Virginia. He said, okay, Marsha, Lower Magibi, sorry. Chuku Asik Kemu is joining tonight from Rehab Community. It's good to have all of you join us tonight. Let me say shout out to all our men from the Morovia Central Precinct, South Beach, and all other Central Precinct across the country. It's good to have you all following the show tonight. I didn't know we have a huge following at the Morovia Central Precinct on South Beach. Wow. Yeah, so I have some friends who are sheriffs. I have some friends who are precinct, who are correction officers, you know, especially the correction officers. They say, Austin, those guys can listen to you religiously in the night, you know. So, yes, shout out to all of you. I'd like to say hats off to all of you. Even in your distressing mood, you still make it a duty or your responsibility to follow us, to listen to us. That's the feeling, the taste, you know, it gives the work we do here. So, we know that one day, one fine day, you will get justice. Yeah. So they say when people in jail, you can say one fine day you'll be free. So one fine day you'll get justice because you don't know what they did. And the crime they are accused of, whether they did it or they didn't do it. So say one fine day you will get justice. So God will give you justice, and we pray that God will keep all of you strong and healthy, you know, as you face your accuser, you know, in court and get justice one day. Junkins. So what do we? They say our man Vable Kamara resigned. Yeah,
from LBS.
From LBS, he has now publicly stated the reasons for his resignation. But I think in my mind, his resignation is overdue. Eugene, the man presiding over that place is an illiterate beast, and I you know, for some reason I don't know why he's been able to, you know, attract the attention of two presidents, you know, President Weah, President Bwaka, and they entrusted him with you know, strategic and influential positions in the governments, and he will blunder, you know. I don't, anyway, they say maybe that luck can come to some people way or sympathy. Some people can
Seriously?
benefit from sympathy too.
Seriously,
You know,
seriously.
the man is an illiterate.
Mhm.
He's an illiterate idiot, in fact.
Mhm.
The man is on school.
Mhm.
The man is unethical.
The man
The
is
man
a
lacks
drunkard.
basic etiquette.
Mhm.
The man, he's a drunk.
Mhm.
Yes, sure.
Mhm.
He's a drunk.
Yeah.
Then you tell that kind of man making head of an entity to preside over sophisticated and career people.
Mhm.
People who have a strong history of thriving in their career. You say y'all go sit down on this clan. Yeah, sit down on this clan. And, you know, that will allow a clan to manage all of you. Let's be frank. As a leader, the decisions you make, people use those decisions to determine what you are,
Mhm.
your quality. People, just by perception in this country, people perceived that the Unity Party is a sophisticated party.
Yes.
They perceive that the CDC is not a sophisticated, or in terms of academics, I say sophisticated. So CDC people don't need go to school, they don't know.
Yes.
UB people go to school, they know.
Yeah, that's the cloud.
Yeah?
Mhm.
That perception has resonated with the voting population. So those people who see themselves as underprivileged, who did not have the opportunity to have attended the elite schools and all of that, but they went to school. Okay? So they see themselves in the CDC. They see the CDC in them. Just on perception.
Mhm.
The few ones who were able, who came from the poor backgrounds, from their different villages and came here, were able to go to school to acquire scholarship, government scholarship, and things, go to school, and they believe that they are the educated people. Just by this perception, we don't think that a man at Eugene will surface anywhere in the UP government presiding over a media entity.
Of the government.
The number one media entity in the country, owned by the state, that is supposed to garner all of the sophisticated, all of the best brains or best minds in the media to do media work. We needed somebody, that place needed somebody that would have built a professional environment. An environment conducive for decent people that value them to work in. You can take decent people, hire them in an environment that is toxic, unprofessional, filthy, and presided over by a clan, an overgrown clan like Fagon. And you expect to get any decent result from that kind of place, Mr. President, with all due respect, you must be on play. You must be joking. But I am not particularly disappointed in Fagon because Fagon did not. I didn't have any expectation.
So he
I knew
didn't
was
surprise.
Thank
He
you.
didn't surprise any of us.
The disappointment here is in Jerolimic Pia, the Minister of Information, who is the board chair, and all board members of LBS. I think the Minister of Finance is supposed to be on that board. Those are the folks that I am particularly disappointed in. Look, we should stop making, Councillor Gongo said the other day, Mr. President, stop warning honor performers, honor achievers in your government. People are underperforming. People are achieving nothing. In your 10th year, you are still warning those who are underperforming. Does it make sense, Mr. President? From all indications, you have enough reasons to let Fagon to leave that place. That is the state broadcaster that is supposed to have all of the best in your country. Even if you want to implore people who have taste or small feelings for the Unity Party, you can find them in the media and they will go there and do your job and manage that place. That place is, the place is dirty, it's poor. That place is spoiled. That place is common liquor shop now. King Juice
No, King
shop.
Shop no. Ghana
You
shop.
go in Fagon office, open a box. So liquor.
Yeah.
So liquor and food that ain't in your ass. Whole day a computer down in your office. A computer never open on a desk in his office.
Honorable.
He's doing nothing. God, you didn't say, when was the last time you sat down behind this computer and wrote or developed a policy or made a suggestion? Something new that you developed here. When was the last time you sat behind this laptop to work? Let's see your work. The man has never opened that laptop since January 2026. He goes to work 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. He goes at times he goes in the morning. After 5 minutes, pick up maybe beer or something. He leaves the office. He drives out. He does not go back until maybe 2, 3 again. But he's the head of an entity. He has pull or no oversight at all. He has no understanding of what is happening at LBS. He goes to board meeting or he goes to meet board members and take gossips to board members. He takes his phone, send text, dictating the board chair to the board chair, instructing him that he does not want to work with this person. He does not want to work with this person. As if to say, he appointed those people. And Pierre sits there and does nothing. That place, the way, you see, the way today Oliver and I were watching CNN, and the Iranian spokesperson for the Iranian Foreign Ministry was the guy addressing, I just forgot his name. He was the one addressing was it Iran or Qatar? Yeah, Iran, yeah. The spokesperson for the Iranian Foreign Ministry was addressing the war today on Iran's, providing updates about Iran's foreign policy. Particularly, they were having a conversation, making a pronouncement about Iran's decision to reduce or leverage their relationship in the Gulf country, the Gulf countries, and all of that. So, all of that, I said to him, I said, look, see the title of the person that's addressing the world. In our country, even an assistant minister for public affairs at the Ministry of Commerce or Information, or let's say Ministry of Foreign Affairs, let's use the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, would not be allowed to mount that podium to address such a global issue confronting our country. And I said to him, and part of the reason why is because we hire people who are not properly trained to occupy these public relations or communications positions. We hire people, if some are, maybe because there are some people who did mass communication, but they didn't practice. So they don't understand the terrain. They don't have a practical understanding. Because ethics, confidence, that argue, that relationship, that too many things, intertwine or have to interplay there. So when you take that kind of person, that is not okay. That's not verse also of different issues, because when you didn't practice, you don't be verse of the issues. You don't be current. You will not be current. Somebody asks you, when the last time Liberia went Guinea, you don't even know. So, but when you hire somebody who is a trained media person, who know when, why, how, where to communicate on what to communicate about, that person is going on in service training, maybe on diplomacy, gesticulation, posture, all kind of things, pictures of words, and how to sign it. That way you can train the person there. The person could easily adapt, especially you have the Foreign Service Institute there. Once you have an assistant minister as a journalist, that's a privilege to go there and learn. 2 months, they got 3 months diploma program, 6 months diploma program. They can learn there right on that one. So you hire these people and train them. Tomorrow, once it's about public engagement, you can use those people. They will come to the public or to the podium with huge confidence to speak and address those issues. Okay, but we don't see our communications people at that level because we hire the ones that are not trained. We hire the ones that are not trained. The ones that don't have the experience, they are not trained, they don't have the experience, they don't have the confidence. We hire them to go and serve as communications director. We hire them to serve as public relations officer. Tomorrow, when it's time to sit on that table and make decisions, your input will be minimal because the confidence is not there, and the confidence is not there because the training is not there. So to sit on the table with your bosses and make meaningful impact on how to engage the public on that. Because you sit down, your bosses, the technician will be there discussing the real issues. Okay, we want to engage the public. When it comes to how do we engage, that your own area or is supposed to be your area.
How prepared are you?
That's our problem. So this is the case with ERB, with Eugene. You take people and you put them in the positions, they can't make any impact. Eugene is now a journalist. He has never been a journalist. He will never be a journalist because he not practice. He didn't train. Nobody willing to train him. Nobody willing to get him to practice. So he just sits down as a buffon and wants to influence or dictate professional notes to career people. Yeah. He wants to go in the newsroom and decide headline story.
Yeah.
He wants to go in the newsroom and question why the story is on the headline. Why the story is not a headline. Why the story is not in the headline. Yeah? Why this person is in the news. That's how far the man has gone. Questioning news contents. You're not telling you, say, my man, the person here, the other story, the person dealing with the person, no.
I
tell you
said
why the
he's
person in
forced with
when you get
veteran-
issue with one minister or deputy minister, and the deputy minister is in the news, he has issue.
Yeah, they,
I mean,
they
when you
shouldn't
put
be
them in the
carried.
news, people, they don't want to
Yeah,
support the
but-
station,
yeah, put
they don't
a
want to
black
send an
eye on
eye here,
people.
they don't want to send a day here, they don't be carrying any our news. I be making those kinds of decisions for the newsroom because you have administrative or some personal problem with a deputy minister for agriculture or with the information minister. They say, people, we're not black eye. The last time this idiot went public, like a private media entity, and announced a media blackout on the Ministry of Information. Ignorantly, the man announced that ERBC will not broadcast MICAT press conference live anymore. Then I was like, does this guy know that he is being paid to carry information ministry press conference live? He doesn't know that it's in his salary that they pay him for. The reason why ERBC is up there is because in the structure of the government information machinery is so well posted. The Ministry of Information is there here they're there to give the content. The executive everybody will give the content, will give you content. They will talk, they will have a press conference. They give you content. They are the newsmakers for you. ERBC does not have to go for news. Didn't go over
Every day there's a news.
It is structure. It is if that information machinery, that chain of communication is well structured. So the executives, the legislators, the members of the judiciary, those are the newsmakers in the country for the state. Every day, at least 5, 6, 7, there will be programs will be held, engagements on different fronts in the county superintendents, development superintendents. There are many news taking place across the country for ELBC. So they are even supposed to be challenged with carrying stories because the stories are supposed to be printed. Now, after they shall have spoken or issued a press release, it is the responsibility of ELBC, the audio. ELBC is the audio portion for the government communication. That chain. New Liberia at the Ministry of Information is the print version of the government's platform to communicate. So when the president talk, vice president talk, PR talk, the other person talk, Emoto, there are audio that ERBC is supposed to carry in. ERBC is under statutory responsibility. What government paying on time? Government not paying on time. Whether Amos 12 takes an advertisement to the LBS or not, ERBC is under statutory responsibility to carry those audio recordings. There's an Amos 12 say that in here. 1 year. That ERBC responsibility. No precondition. ERBC cannot set any precondition to broadcast. That's how the government giving you fuel, giving you transportation, because they're giving you vehicle, they give you fuel, they paying employees to run that place. So you carry the audio. Now, when you want to write and put the people picture in, when they want people to see who talk, if you hear who talking, you want people to hear who talking. You want to hear the people talking that ERBC is supposed to make the country to hear what the government say. When you want the people to see who talking, the still version with the paper, and the newspaper New Liberia, that is under the Ministry of Information, and that River Sport Department there. Then you go, you print the story, you put that picture in there. PRC, Emoto say the picture there. Then the people, the country will see who is Emoto, who told it in here. The picture there. When you want the actual news, when you want people to see Emoto talking, how Emoto was standing, what you were wearing, how you were talking, the thing you were talking.
The LNTV.
LNTV. Then you put that one on LNTV, the TV news. Then there are people who are not really hard copy. They have this newspaper, they're not really hard copy. That means I'm not reading hard copy since the introduction of technology. I can't remember last time I told newspaper that they don't read. So I'll go online for the soft copy, the online platforms. Now that online platform, that those of you who want to read everything that the government people say today, those who want to read it online tomorrow, the government platform that is supposed to publish it, that Liberia, they call it Lina,
Liberia Information.
Liberia News Agency.
Yeah, Liberia News Agency.
That one they call it the Liberia News Agency.
Yeah.
So all the things that happen across the country today in the government, if you want to read it online, you want the newspaper copy, you watch the news and or you're able to watch the news on LNTV or listen to the news on ERBC or read it in the New Liberia newspaper, you want to read it online, you will go to Lina, call it LINA, Lina, Liberia News Agency. That one too is under the Ministry of Information. But it has semi-autonomy now, right? Yeah, because they have a director general. So that's how government's information machinery is structured. So no director general at ERBC can sit down, shut down, and say, we are announcing a boycott of Mika's press conference. That day I thought Baka was going to dismiss Fagon. That was an insult to the authority of the president. The president, you are put here to go and make sure everything that is spoken in the country, put on ERBC, LNTV. Like for you, like own responsibility. Whether you go online on Lina, whether it goes in New Liberia, that one appear on the responsibility. But for video and audio, that ERBC, it will go there, will pay you. Then you go and announce that you will not do it. He was practically saying, I am not doing the what you tell me to do, Mr. President. I'm not carrying ERBC. I'm not carrying Mika press conference on the radio station. That was a disrespect and a neglect of his responsibility. And then Joe Baratu, maybe he was sleeping and then waking up late and all of that, but I don't know what he was thinking about. Even the PR man who was the Minister of Information, who was directly disrespected, they all sat there and watched. So Fagon felt like he was a darling boy. of the government. Even the darling boy, he can say to the extent that he can say, man, I don't care when your show, your program today, your Mika, and nothing happened to you. maybe they kid you fagon drinking. Yeah, maybe he start putting some pace. Is that got to have said that thing as director general to have made that statement? No. Fagon must have taken something stronger than by Anukbeya Patoman. But they may stay there. Now I'm like, where is the sophistication of the Unity Party? Where is the sophistication? But again, I love to conclude by saying that rescue. That is the rescue sophistication. Eugene Fagon, thank you, Baba. You on top of your game. Is it ELBC? What is it? ELBC, LBS will never be there before, eh? Will not be the same.
You know, Austin, for me, what I see that has the government under Mr. Bwaka, I would say, tight-lipped with the issue of Fagon, is just because of shamefaced. From my own analysis, the fact that Fagon opposed Weah, who once upon a time took him from Stanton, Weatherspoon, basement to allow him live with dignity and pride. He campaigned against Weah in 2023 in favor of Mr. Bwaka. So the fact that Eugene Lamy Fagon campaigned against Weah and campaigned in favor of Bwaka, and he's making all of these reckless steps and making a lot of misguided remarks and insinuations. Mr. Bwaka is ashamed to remove Fagon from his position based on the fact that Fagon is from the CDC. Fagon supported the CDC. So removing Fagon from his position would be a political defeat to the United Party. So they are absorbing every other thing Fagon is doing. They are trying to swallow the bitter pills just for political correctness. So that's why you see Fagon is getting away with most of these excesses. What is happening at the Liberal broadcaster is troubling. People have already started resigning, and these are not ordinary people. Vavle Kamara is somebody who stayed on in this business. Is somebody with the experience, somebody with all of what it takes to promote the state-owned broadcaster. There's somebody who left from Truth FM to ELBC, and he did not just leave from Truth FM to ELBC. It was on the basis of his performances at Renaissance Communications Incorporated. That was how he was scouted by the state radio, and he was called there to provide his services to nation building, and he had done assiduously well for the period of time he stayed at ELBC. Today, because of Fagon, as you know him, very vindictive. There's the same rude fellow who misbehaved on then Representative Edwin Snow, for which he almost goes South Beach, and he's now carrying disruption at the state-owned media outlet. He's now going there with that disregard for workmates, and he's going there with his arrogance and pomposity at the workplace, which is unfortunate. And I think Mr. Bwaka will need to do what is right. Stop looking at this from the political side. Stop looking at it from the political side. But quickly, let's play this from the Supreme Court.
Liberia. President of the Republic of Nigeria.
I think that's the wrong one. Okay. Oh, no, the one you introduced Baka as the Chief Justice.
We welcome Your Excellency Joseph Baka, Chief Justice of the Republic of Nigeria.
It's sounding funny, but it's not funny, it's serious. The Chief Justice is recognizing the president
Yes.
as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because Joe Baka is interfering with all of the cases, especially the political cases,
Yes.
directly taking telephone and calling the Chief Justice. So the Chief Justice had joked him in January. You the Chief Justice now. So, no, I will do it. I will do it. Are you the Chief Justice? I'm the Chief Justice. And are you the president? I'm the Chief Justice.
Don't
So
worry.
it's still left in a man. Let's talk in his man. He comes today
They marched him
at the yes. It calls Joe Baka
Chief
Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia.
Liberia.
If some of you think you have a country, you own your own.
You on your own.
This place is becoming a died by the day because of the government in charge. Because of the government in charge. Because of the government in charge. Listen to him calling the president Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. Listen.
America.
Yeah, America.
We welcome Your Excellency Joseph Baka, Chief Justice of the Republic of Nigeria.
Chief Joe Baka is a new Chief Justice. They made his president and Chief Justice. He's the police director. He's the Minister of Public Works. He's everything. Liberians, do you all see what you have given us? The mess you have given us? You 20,000 Liberians who voted to change the narrative. Do you see the mess that you have given us for 6 years? Do you see the mess? We have more videos to play for you. Yet Liberians complain, Liberians are crying that the country is hard. Today there was a protest in Grand Crew, Barclayville. Market women were protesting today in Barclayville for the high price.
From Maryland to Grand Crew.
Yeah,
small. Because just last week, the Maryland market women were protesting.
Today, at Barclayville.
Yeah.
The market women now are protesting because of the prices of commodities are skyrocketing. And because of that, people do not have the purchasing power, the financial capacity to buy. And because they don't have the financial capacity to buy goods and services, to pay for goods and services, those who offering or selling the goods and services are not making money. Their goods and services are staying in their hand. Nobody's going for the services they provide. Nobody's going for the goods they sell because the people do not have money to buy. What does it say to you? When a country's purchasing power dropped, it means poverty is on the rise. That basic economic reason, once your purchasing power drops, poverty increases. That is a strong indicator of poverty, that you can't afford to buy, to pay for goods and services. As soon as everybody go in the market, the day ends, they go back home. I mean, people sleeping hungry. People sleeping hungry. Because if the woman carry the bucket of chicken cartoon and facing it, and they carry back home. It means nobody buy it. Nobody. I mean, it says to you, more people are going to bed hungry by the day. Bwaka is putting more people into poverty. George Weah lifted more people from poverty. Bwaka is not bringing in any company to build road. He's not bringing any new company into man. He's not bringing any new company into manufacture. Nothing. Then he lay off people. I pass even transport ministry today. They place just a ghost camp.
Yo, transport ministry.
Those people you're taking out of jobs, they are going to sit home. They don't have the capacity to buy, to pay for goods and services. So you're taking those people out of, you are pushing those people into poverty instead of lifting them from poverty. We're talking about building a middle class. So the people that are at the bottom, those should be the people that we should be lifting, for them to lift beyond the poverty line. And they're already there. Then you're taking a job from them, and you are providing no alternative opportunity for them to work and earn money and get decent pay. See what happened there? The people are complaining. Everything in this government is about politics, which we're about to go into with the Magio thing. Everything is about politics. The government is more concerned about politics than governance. The government is more concerned about politics than governance. The government cares less about governance. And we have to go into that, Junkins. We have to go into the marketing. It's important. All those stuff we put in the chat room. Let's play the video from Guinea. And they talk smoothly about it and going to this marketing because it's important. We have to say some things tonight to the UP folks. They will get angry. And some people say something they're not supposed to say on the radio. You see on the radio that now they say that crown, huh? We can't make crown. But I think UP folks are junk. I want to believe that they are junk with power and small dollars that they're stealing from the government. Because they trend. You saw it? Let me see for myself.
Yeah.
So let's play all those videos. Yeah, play the first one, the second one, the third one. You saw all three? So Junkins will play for his
Okay, so after the meeting yesterday, the people stayed cross. They take over the whole place. I think you can see. Amen. You're listening.
They're speaking Gisi, and I hope you guys can listen. Who can speak Gisi and be able to.
I advise you tell your mother about my soul.
No name. So that was the thing where they coming from. Let them walking. Georgie.
Okay, so after the meeting yesterday, the people stayed cross. They take over the whole place. I think you can see. Amen. You're listening.
Okay. So we'll go to the next.
So, which one? That two we play?
I just play one.
Oh no, there's another one there.
Yeah, there's another one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you see.
I want to they're doing the video.
Okay. Just listen.
In a court of covenant jurisdiction, stop it. Stop
So what the Guineans here doing that, bro?
They can visit Boaka. Send Boaka to the people pick up.
Are you recording? Do your recording. Do your recording good.
For those of you watching, sorry, let me show you from my screen. For those of you watching,
Substantial evidence. Because in a court of recombinant jurisdiction, stop it.
Okay.
you got it.
Yeah, come to the last video.
Oh, Junkies, you get it. Yeah? Amen. So for those of you watching, you can see from my phone here, right?
Yeah, let it record me. They put me on.
So you see, those are the Guinean soldiers you watching. Those of you watching, those are the Guinean soldiers. So they are leaving the border now and claiming the hill, going into the town.
Into Liberia.
Yeah, they're already into Liberia. These are them, they coming. So the person was okay, yeah. Hey man. What thing they can become on go phone? You see?
Yeah, let it record me. They put me on.
So you see them? Those are Guinean soldiers. Those are Guinean soldiers. They cross into Liberia. They cross into Liberia. And I'm told that they came to plant their flag, the Guinean flag. So they are claiming that part of Liberia to be for them. And so they move in to plant their flag and take ownership of their land.
Like Russia is doing in a Donbass region.
Okay. Nobody should make you afraid. Nobody should not make you afraid. Yeah, so the person recording is afraid to continue recording. Man, get go, man. Guinea man, get joke. They fear in it. Yeah. That's the crossing point then.
Yeah, let it record me. They put me on.
Oh, look at that. That's why I wanted to do the edit this video, man. Okay. But basically, the point with this, we can summarize it and then we'll move on to this LACC thing, which is important that we speak about it. So she wrote, and let me read what she posted on her Facebook page. A short while ago, she posted. I thought I did a screenshot for this thing and put and share in the channel. I get working before getting this, huh? Oh wow. I did screenshot. Screenshot. Bondo. Okay. Yes. Here is it. So she posted, she said, reports Orita Bondo Se. She said, reports emerging from Foya district in Lofa County indicate a tense security situation along the Liberian-Guinea border. Residents of Baladu and Solomba, Baladu and Solomba towns have reportedly fled their homes and taken refuge in nearby buches after alleged sightings of Guinean nationals crossing into Liberian territory with large number of arms. According to information gathered from local residents, the situation has created fear and panic within the affected communities. We are calling on the Liberia National Police, Liberia Immigration Service, the Armed Forces of Liberia to be more vigilant in addressing this issue. Our people are all running away for fear of their lives. Imagine the old people see men, men gone and everything crossing into their village or their town.
Fed 1990
coming
or
back.
2002, 2003 coming back.
But Jenkins, I think we can. I think we should leave this for tomorrow conversation.
Sure.
Because we want to spend time on this LCC thing.
It's important.
So you read a statement from the LCC issue, right? Let's take a step
by
step.
This is a press release from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. Tupi Taylor Kev, God Gave Community, Monrovia, Liberia. A press statement for immediate release. Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission clarifies issuance of clearance to individuals following investigations. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, wishes to clarify recent public discussions and media reports regarding the issuance of clearance to individuals who were previously investigated by the Commission for alleged acts of corruption. The Commission notes with concern that the issuance of these clearances has been widely politicized and in some instances mischaracterized as an action intended to benefit a single individual. This interpretation is inaccurate and does not reflect the facts surrounding the Commission's actions. The issuance of clearance is a standard administrative practice undertaken by the LACC following the conclusion of investigations where no evidence is found to establish wrongdoing or to support further legal action. In keeping with the principles of fairness, transparency, and due process, the Commission formally communicates the outcome of such investigations to the individuals concerned. It is important to emphasize that the recent clearances issued by the Commission were not limited to one person. Rather, they were granted to a number of individuals, both former officials and current officials of government, who were investigated by the Commission at different times and whose cases were concluded with findings that did not warrant prosecution or further action. The following individuals were investigated and the Commission did not find probable cause to prosecute 2024-2025. 1. Hassan A. Kobesi.
No, just forget about the names. The
Okay,
names are not
okay.
important.
Yeah, the names.
The names are not important.
The names are not important. So
There are there's some screenshots.
the Commission remains committed. After the names, the Commission remains committed to conducting its work in a professional, impartial, and non-political manner. Our mandate is to investigate allegations of, and the other copy is not here.
Yeah. So
completely.
basically and so on today, there have been many attacks since yesterday, in fact, on the weekend. against the LCC boss. Some accuse her of taking bribe. Some accuse her of being a partisan of the CDC. I'm seeing the legal advisor, I'm told, someone believed to be the legal advisor at the LCC has been brought into the picture. And we're seeing posts, some dated as far back as 2018, some as far back as 2019 and 2021, indicating that he is the one who wrote those posts or who made those statements, and that he is a seditious, and that he's not supposed to be legal advisor at the LCC and all of that, Junkins. Since we have about 45 minutes to go, we can do 20 minutes. What do you think? Because it's a complicated matter that I think we need to talk about. Clear everything. I mean, we need to clear everything off. And I saw a post on one UP man today, and he said the LCC boss should be dismissed because she cleared McGill. In his mind, McGill is not entitled to be clear.
Yeah.
He is not supposed to be clear. He is supposed to be guilty.
By all course.
Of course. The father clear McGill. She must resign. I mean, she see this woman.
Yeah.
We seen him. Okay.
So, Austin, the way I see,
you guys are really stupid.
in fact, Charles Rabel posted, and I saw posts from other prominent United partisans. The way I see things going, Mr. Boaka will have to take charge. Because Austin, mind you, when care is not taken, this country will be plunged into chaos.
Boaka doesn't care.
Partisans, senior officials of the government, they are proving that this spree of asset recovery, going after corruption and other, they are all targeted at one place. CDC, former officials of government. And in my mind, it is not what Mr. Boaka should be doing. This is the clarity from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission that clearances were issued to individuals based on investigation carried out by the LACC, and they were found not guilty because evidence or the pieces of evidence to indict them were not available for them to be indicted or to be found guilty. So, because it is the name Nathaniel McGee, it is the name Sefwa Megre, there should be guilty verdict. But when it comes to Bill McGee Jones, Cornelia Cra, no guilty verdict. Then the LACC is on course. Then the LACC is effective. Then the LACC is transparent. But when it comes to Nathaniel McGee from the CDC, then the LACC is corrupt in the eyes and minds of Unity partisans. Liberians, I hope you are listening to this analogy. Unity partisans, senior officials of the government, to include Eugene Fagonde and his legs, they are saying Senator Nathaniel Fallow McGill, by all courts, supposed to be guilty of what he was accused of, even though due process exists, which he went through, and he was not found guilty by the LACC. That was what prompted the LACC to write him a letter of clearance to include other people who were not culpable of those allegations. But they are saying, yeah, Bill McGee Jones was vindicated. Nathaniel McGee was vindicated. Bill McGee Jones is from the United Party, served at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Senator McGee served under the CDC government as Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. So here's why United Partisans telling you people, they who in United Party, they are angels. They who in United Party, they are untouchable. They that are in United Party own Liberia. They are the people that call the shots. They are the people that make decisions for our country to move the way they want it to move. So the laws should be bent in favor of their interest. That's why even today, because the Chief Justice had on several occasions jokingly called Mr. President Chief Justice because of his meddling in judicial matters, he openly confessed to Liberians that Mr. Bwaka is usurping his function as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, and he introduced Mr. Bwaka today as Chief Justice Republic of Liberia because he, Justice Nyame Gbese, is not in charge of the judiciary. So that God beating us so. That God beating us so. They start confessing. Then the other people confused. The other United Party pocket peddlers who put their stomachs in wheelbarrows. Child robber, then they confused. They're confused. Because Austin and myself, we were free from one case. Austin and myself, we were accused of lighting chemistry on fire. And we were arrested. They go through the investigation, they say, Austin, you and Junkie Maria were not part of the whole process. When the process was taking place, you people were in Cape Mount, attending to your Pasajama or festival. You carry junkies to go witness how you people can carry on your festival, so you people are not in town. You people are clear. Then you got Austin from a different background. I am from a different background, like in the case of the United Party and the CDC. When it comes to Austin, the people that are supporting Unity Party, they say Austin was let go on corrupt basis. Money changed hands are the reason why Austin was cleared by the investigators. But when it comes to junkies, the LCC or the people that investigated the case, they did well. Because how would junkies be corrupt? They did well, man. But when Austin, then they do well. The same people that investigated Austin and myself, that did well. Why investigating Austin and myself, they did well in the investigation. That was why they cleared me. But then they cleared Austin alongside me. They taking me from there. I gave money to be clear. Only Austin gave money to be clear. How do you reason with such logic, Liberians? You see how the people dividing our country? You see how far we have come with the level of division that Liberia is experiencing under Joe Bwaka as president. And yet pushing to make sure that people go to jail by all costs, even though there are laws governing us as a country. You send your people for investigation. They investigate. They're clearing your own people. At the end of the day, they clear other people who were part of the previous government. You got issue with it. Why will you have issue with it? Why have issue with it? They did not do the investigation separately to say, okay, Adolfo's company handle this investigation and Sarah's company handle the other one. At the same LCC, using the same barometer and yardstick that they use to investigate. They investigate all of them and all of them in one bracket. But you won't take other people from there because they are your own. Then you want the other people to remain there. The other people, by all costs, the ham will be in a cookie jar. It does not work that way.
Obviously, it doesn't work that way. And I mean, these kinds of these are unsound reasonings that should not even be associated with our public discourse. That should not be associated with our public discourse. So let's understand first. Maybe some of you do not know or may not know what payroll paddling is, right? Because the LCC clarification was necessary. It was hardly necessary. Are you supposing that because of UP pressure, so the people, because we pressure them, so they had to clarify? No. You didn't pressure them. You attempted to malign their characters and incriminate them by accusing them of collecting bribes or bribe, in the case of McGill, to get his name clear. You didn't pressure them. When you try to incriminate someone's character, it places the person on an obligation to come out and clarify. And the LCC, what the LCC did, it educated Unity Party folks. That was a civic education that was provided by the LCC. So you didn't pressure them to come outside and can't say, oh, this is this. LCC issued everybody their clearances, and all those who are being investigated, LCC issued all those who are being investigated their clearances, and McGill chose to post his. McGill obviously is a thing, so it took the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
It took the entire country. But those UP folks, out of ignorance, did not know that their own UP folks' names were on the list, were also issued clearance. Mm-hmm. They didn't know. They all thought LCC only issued McGill clearance. Oh, so they started running with it. Mm-hmm. So when you hear the LCC say they are issuing statement to clarify, that's why they did a long list of individuals that were also cleared along with McGill. First clarity. And major one too. That's why I said the clarity from the LCC was necessary. It was not done out of pressure from UP. It was done out of the giant ignorance that came out of the UP. That all of that ignorance, LCC say, let's educate these people small. So UPO, no, we didn't clear McGill alone. The release did not say we clear him of all the crimes, because somebody posted on Facebook saying we should go apologize to the US. The LCC did not investigate the reasons for which McGill was placed on censure. So why you want to tie the LCC's investigation with the US? They say McGill did. Second major reason, second major clarity. The LCC's clarity was necessary. It provided education for UP folks because they are noted for fabricating information, using propaganda to malign people's character and render them useless or unpopular. For the UP, that's how they survive the political war. So the LCC did not want to be a victim. That's why the LCC decided to necessarily come out and provide the education. They call it clarity. I will call it education for the UP folks. One, the LCC say this is the full list of individuals that we investigated and cleared. McGill was not the only person. Two, the LCC says to you, we did not tell you all the things you've been saying about McGill that we investigated. What we investigated here was payroll paddling at the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, since that office is occupied by the President, Joseph Yima Bouaka, and you accused McGill of payroll paddling. That's why we investigated that matter. We didn't investigate essential matter. If you believe that McGill stole $20,000 from North Dakota, or you believe that McGill stole $30,000 from East International Bureau Road Project, if you believe that McGill stole money from B Mountain, use the government money or the office to steal money from B Mountain, go and press charges on or against McGill. What we LSCC investigated was what you brought to us. You came here and complained. This is a deception. The very UP folks who went and complained McGill of payroll paddling, LSCC went and investigated. Then they come and say, oh, they clear McGill. We'll get the other part. So the LSCC's clarity, those two major clarities were necessary, or education were necessary. One, there's a long list of individuals we investigated and cleared that the UP folks do not want you to know. The UP folks want you to believe that McGill was the only one investigated and cleared. No, for corruption. No. The deputy minister for the former deputy minister for administration, right, at the Ministry of Finance, Bill McGill Jones, was also investigated on procurement allegation, procurement theft. Who is he now? Joe Barker has appointed him to replace Coordinator Kra Tokpa at the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. He was cleared by the LSCC. They don't want you to know that their UP executive members are being investigated or were investigated. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that the very Coordinator Kra was also investigated by the LSCC. And she was cleared. Ain't her name on that list? Her name is on the list.
Her name is there.
Coordinator Kra was the one who accused McGill of payroll paddling. But she did not tell you that she was that the LSCC investigated her for the very thing she accused McGill of.
She was part of the investigation.
So the UP folks do not want you to know that their executive members were being investigated. They want you to believe that it was only McGill that was being investigated. This LSCC clear Deputy Minister of Finance for fiscal affairs. Bill McGill Jones. Clearing. They investigated him for corruption. LSCC clear him. This very LSCC investigated Coordinator Kra Tokpa, who is now Minister of Youth and Sports, for payroll paddling at the Ministry of State, the very ministry that McGill was being investigated for. LSCC clear her. UP folks, the folks didn't go to Facebook to cry. They didn't run crying to Facebook. Oh, why you clear McGill Jones? Oh, why you clear Cordelia? That McGill need a year. They say, oh, you see this woman. McGill not supposed to be clear. Then they say that justice in a definition means the person must be guilty.
So Unity Party, McGill go. Yeah.
So UP's definition of justice is guilt. When you are guilty, justice is served. When you are not guilty, then justice is not served. Or maybe I should modify or qualify it. The definition of justice is when a CDC person is investigated and is found guilty. That's justice. But when a UP person is investigated and exonerated, that's justice. So guilty for only CDC people. Exoneration is only for Unity Party. That's justice for UP people.
That's for UP.
And I see lawyers also parading with this narrative, this narrow thinking. You can be this myopic. I see lawyers expressing anger Why did LACC clear McGill? I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be a lawyer. And the institution investigated a matter. He said, you not agree because the man is not guilty. He said, McGill can be guilty. So you get evidence why McGill cannot be guilty. Bring the evidence. They say the evidence is Unity Party propaganda. McGill corrupt. McGill stole. That's the evidence. That's the evidence. Once it comes from their mouths, it is a fact. The LACC is supposed to send you to jail. Or LACC is supposed to indict you and send you to court for prosecution. Even if they do not have evidence, the fact that you people say you corrupt, you are supposed to be indicted and sent to court. Hey man, we understand the politics. We understand the politics. But if you know you do not have evidence against anybody, don't waste the country's time. Because the lawyer, we know these prosecutors are broke. They need money to go to court and eat it and win no case. So they are always passing around looking for political cases because that's how they make money.
Mm-hmm.
That's how these prosecutors make money. We know that. If there's no high-profile political case in this country, prosecutors don't make money. So they can be looking for the president's enemies. The state prosecutors, they pass it around. The city solicitor. That's how he makes the money. So he has to pass around, identify the president's enemies, find someone book charge or charges against them, indict them, send them to court, make the president believe that he can, let's prosecute them. Even let's suffer them small. Hey, let's suffer the people. Find the money, give it to them. They are not prosecuting. They want to embarrass or disgrace or humiliate because they are the president's opponents. That's all. A minister of state, what did he get to do with payroll billing? What direct role does he have to do with payroll? McGill was like, the symbol who said McGill was running the country.
Remember the chief of office of the president?
Then they say the man was running the country. They say the man was doing payroll party. Somebody who was running the country, what didn't get to do with payroll party? You all say the man was running the country. Then you go down in Ministry of State to go look for 200 job. To put people who fill job. Because payroll party includes a lot of things. Our McGill won't go do ghost employment. I put 20% on the payroll, 30% on the payroll. What is salary? 530. How much? They may always run the country. I ain't going to do a 530% every month to carry what play. You see the man was stealing 20 million, 15 million. Somebody who is accused of stealing 20, 15 million.
Then you can't reduce them to
because I'm only using 500 to make the money look plenty now. Because the people who were hired, those unskilled labor laborers who were hired to clean the executive mansion, where they not scheme from, with people parting billing. That money now 150, $100. That's what they're paying the people in. Because they're guarding us.
And the money came from the harmonized process.
And they were paid directly. They say, payroll party. When you won't do that kind of money? The employee crying. Say you're laying us off. You lay the people off who are taking the money, then you go and cry. Oh, payroll party. GSC go start crying. Oh, payroll party. That's the country we have. Because McGill is not guilty, then Alexander Zoe is a CDC person. The legal advisor to her or to the LACC posted about job we are in 2018. Why you guys can be this foolish? Let me tell you something. Bwaka Kane. I used to call him Bwaka. He's an associate justice now, so let me add a title there. Justice Kane, Bwaka Kane, Bodo Kane, big brother. Bwaka Kane is a unity partisan. The entire public knows that he's a unity partisan. He supported the United Party all those years around. All those years he been supporting UP. He has an opinion then about the United Party and about Joe Baca. He supported them publicly. Today, he's on the Supreme Court bench. So are you people telling us he is not supposed to be on the Supreme Court bench because he's a partisan? Or only United Partisans are supposed to occupy positions that disallow partisans to occupy, right? But the requirement is when you're taking up those jobs that have non-political clause,
you denounce
your political
partisanship.
Yes. That's what the law requires. So Barakane should not, if it is automatic. You don't have to call former program and say it's optional to call a former program and say I'm hereby denouncing my membership with the Unity Party. It's optional, but the law says it is automatic.
The fact that you go into that position,
the fact that they announce you, you go for confirmation. Once they confirm you, you no longer, the law is applied. When they catch you, it's impeachable. So Barakane cannot wear UP t-shirt. He cannot identify with any political party. But does that stop him from going to vote and say, I'm going to vote for Barakane?
No. Does it change his mind?
It doesn't change his mindset.
No.
But the law says, my man, we understand that your party here. But as an associate justice, my man, you can be
showing party fanaticism, all those
you can be doing it. You can be engaged into politics. Give me a political side or show your political side. It doesn't mean he can't work in his country. You can deny the man from working because he's a lawyer and a partisan. You deny somebody from working because the person supported a political party in 2018. Because the person supported George Weah or made statement favoring George Weah in 2021. They say he's not supposed to work in a country. He's a lawyer. He's providing lawyering service. Then you say he's not supposed to provide lawyering service in his own country because he made a statement of support for George Weah in 2018 and in 2021. What kind of country are we? What kind of country do we want to build? What kind of upgrade are we talking about every day? Oh, we want to upgrade. We have to develop. We have to develop this country. The mind. We have to develop our minds. The Solicitor General of Liberia, Councillor Fire.
Augustine Fire.
Augustine Fire is a Unity partisan. He's prosecuting. He's the chief prosecutor for the Republic of Liberia.
Even when he's speaking on your government cases, the man can be speaking with his emotions.
Unity Party suspended him. He was amongst those Palestinians that was suspended by the Unity Party for not paying dues. Delinquent due payers.
Yeah.
Go read the list of delinquent due payers in the country. Augustine Fire, Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia. His name is on that list.
In your lucrative government position, he pay dues.
So you have a partisan that was suspended by his own party for not paying due. He is the one prosecuting cases in the country. That is the main prosecuting for Latina cases.
Going after Samuel Tuere.
And UP folks do not find anything wrong with that.
And it will prejudice in cases.
You can sense the clear prejudice in his utterances when he's speaking towards the cases. You can sense you see the man, you see biasness in him. And you say that is no issue. The chief prosecutor of the Republic of Liberia, chasing or targeting citizens, can be a partisan, even in the job. He's going to court every day, going to court, prosecuting opponents, political people, and he is still occupying his partisan title. He's still a partisan, he's still paying due, a regular due payer to the Unity Party. And you see nothing wrong with that. That man is supposed to be independent. He's supposed to be non-political. But he's paying due to the UP.
And he's Solicitor General.
But the UP folks see nothing wrong with it because it favors them. Because it favors them. And that's what we need. The Solicitor General for the Republic of Liberia a unity partisan paying due.
And associate
Waka Kane,
justice.
associate justice, a unity partisan paying due to the UP. But those jobs, when you take those jobs, when you assume those responsibilities, automatically
Your political regalia is dropped from you.
because you're assuming a role that is supposed to project independence,
And neutrality.
neutrality. So you can't be paying due to a political party when you are a solicitor general, the chief prosecutor for the Republic of Liberia, targeting or dealing with people from the opposition, people from the other political parties. Nobody will take you to be serious
No.
because nobody will take you to be neutral. Especially so, then we hear that the man is suspended for not paying his due. After a few months, they lifted the suspension, meaning they were all in compliance and they are
with
paid.
due payment. That's adding insult to injury.
And you see, and you want to talk about somebody who is providing legal advice to an entire entity that is held by a lawyer that has many lawyers.
And now all the legal advice, she's under obligation.
Besides
to
that, the legal advice that I'm providing down there, it's minimal enough to influence cases down there because the people who do investigation at the LSCC, those are certified fraud examiners. Those are certified fraud investigators. Those are certified fraud analysts. They trained. They have a whole investigation department.
Anti-graft
They're not
experts.
lawyers investigating people. That are financial experts investigating people down there because they deal with financial crimes. You don't see LSCC kind of come and investigate you for murder? No. LSCC investigating murder.
That Pekuna they will investigate you for.
LSCC going to investigate for grafting. That is a graft. Corruption cases. So they have 16 investigators. I know most of them. 16 investigators. Train. Some train at the World Bank, USAID, Sweetie, the Germans. They train those young people in that department to investigate crimes, financial crimes. They are forensic investigators. I think there should be 2 or 3. Won't resign. The entire country. Forensic, financial forensic crime investigator. I think we had 3 at LSCC. 1 resign. The other 2, I don't know whether they stay there. Those are people sitting investigating corruption cases at LSCC. Now, Alexander Zoe and the person, the lawyer they're talking about, whose name I don't even know. Those are not the folks invest. In fact, the lawyer that does not advise or interfere with the investigation of the LSCC.
No, only the legal aspect.
Thank you. When the investigators complete their investigations, compare their findings, and recommend prosecution. Then the legal team now will sit down and review the findings
and recommendations.
and say, even though they were recommending, because they were jointly reviewing, even though they're recommending prosecution for this person and that person, but from the legal point, we'll do our legal brief. We'll tell you why we can't go for indictment for people.
Because the evidence may not be sufficient enough.
Because you found some of the things you see you call it evidence, they may not even be material enough to go to court. You go join indictment, you go to court, they go through the case also. How you even gather this information or this evidence? It's a matter. The lawyers will sit down and review all those things. GSC say they audited. They both say GSC say we didn't see document. They both say no. They asked for document. We give them document. Here are the documents. The lawyers say, well, they found out these documents are available. We'll go to court. The people say no. The document. Why the people refuse to get a document? Then doing the audit, and now they bring the same document, and there are email exchanges to show that the people actually email you the documents, and they also have the hard copy. Like in the case of the Central Bank audit. So you have the GSC doing some of these political audits. They cause some of these problems for these graft institutions, these anti-graft institutions too. because they will not exert all efforts. They will not be exhaustive enough to complete all the channels. And even if there are delays, they will not exercise some restraint, or to allow maybe the auditee to. So you say, okay, we need the document in 24 hours. They may say within 24 hours, the person was not able to gather the documents. After 24, 26 hours, time the person say, well, I get the document now. They see not taking the document. Because the intention of the audit is to establish wrongdoing. So if your investigation shows that documents were not adequate enough, that may lead to that led you to believing that fraud was committed, fine. But if the person knows the document is available, your audit, as the auditor, your interest is you want that document. Yes, because you're working with intern, you can set 24 hours to bring the document. If the 24 hours elapse and you say, okay, bring, I still get the document, you say, okay, bring it. You can note it, even though the auditee, was required to submit all documents within 24 hours to ease all compiling our report. Our final report and findings were completed or concluded before or after. Were concluded before. Before the auditee submitted this documentation. So we hereby attach. Attach the exhibits. So the LSCC investigating will be able to understand the trend and come up a reasonable decision. But the LSCC folks even complain about some of the JC audit reports that they are investigating. Yeah, some of the reports are not conclusive. Some of the reports are not exhaustive. Some of the reasons because some of the reasons why they even too simple to LCC in some cases, the one I just mentioned. You go to the people, they post Central Bank case as an example. You call what are you getting? Who are the deputy for operation at bank? Say you bring Yimani. Say me Yimani can't tomorrow she can show it. The other tomorrow, you get the document yet. Submit the documents. You say, okay, give me 24 hours. JC say, no problem. Within 24 hours, they submitted up to 85 to 90% of the document. There were few documents that were not available because of filing complications at the central bank. And they email you and say, due to this reason, we may not be able to submit 100% of the document within your 24-hour request. So please, there might be delay. JC said, we're not waiting for you. The document you give her, we'll take it, process it, do our notification, and conclude the report. You go to LCI, remember this audit was not exhaustive. This audit is not conclusive. Then they call you GAC now. Then GAC becomes a witness now. You call GAC to LCC, call Imani to LCC. Imani say, but yes, are the emails I sent them? Yes. I requested 24 hours to submit documents. But we could not compare all of the documents within 24 hours because if the volume of the document, whole Ghana must go back. Yeah. We could not conclude the compilation of the documents. We submitted some GSC that you, yes. But they didn't submit this document. She said, yeah, we did submit and I notify you. Within the 24 hours, I notify you. Where's the evidence? Bam, she flashed the evidence. Did you send them? Yes. GSC, did you receive it? Yes. But that was not the agreement. Then LCC said, hey, my member.
Hey, you receive it?
They finally receive it late. Okay, don't put it in your, but just attach. Do attachment. And
Just
note
to
that,
note.
yes. To exhibit 8 or 9, these documents were submitted late.
Yeah.
Outside our 24-hour
Deadline.
deadline. They make the investigation easier for those guys in there because those guys are doing fraud examination. They are doing fraud analysis. And when you don't include these documents, you will mislead them or misguide them. That's why most of these former officials go into court. They are winning cases. At LCC, they are winning cases.
And you know the
LCC
party folks are getting angry.
Yes. Because the GSC can blow out, they can mess up the audit. They mess up the audit. Even the government who was the Minister of Finance does not trust the GSC. He said every time GSC audit him, he said, as long as I am Gafan, Anytime I'm audited, I will be corrupt. Because because he said he knows that people hate him. So we have to be careful how we just want to see people behind bars, because it might end up against you. Now, how I'm closing to now, be careful how you wish evil for people, for others. It might just turn
boomerang.
Y'all be careful. UP, when I was 6 years. Even they were saying 12 years. And CDC people used to say 24 years, 24 years, 24 years.
24 years.
It dropped to 6 years.
Yeah, that's 6 years.
Y'all king, 20,000 person king, they kick us out. They all 24 years, 12 years, finish. UP people can, when they see, even the West, they are only literally in their own thing. They're talking 12 years. For 85-year-old man, they're talking 12 years.
Yeah.
Because they say that man is built that they're going for 12 years so they can do anything.
Yeah, so they are behaving ruthless.
When you talk in 2024, when we used to talk, that 6 years you get to talk. Nah. You can hear anybody tell you that 6 years. Small. Y'all be making fun of yourselves. Y'all be building enemies for yourself. Like after Joseph Boakai leaves power, there will be another Liberia that he will go and tomb you, and you will have nothing to do with this soul. Everybody is here. Even we does not become president, Boakai will not become president.
But everybody is still here.
Now, but as soon as I show, the next president of this country is either we are or somebody else. It's not Boakai.
No, that was his show.
So if we will not become president, that Boakai will not be president.
Boakai is history.
I mean, somebody new will become president or Joe Weah. But it's not Boakai. Dang.
Not Boakai.
So just sit down and tie yourself around Boakai and be building enemies for yourselves. I can tell all my young men, I say, my man, they didn't do it. 2025, used to say, my man, I 6 years to your age and see how old you be. All of them will not be more than 46. Few of them will be in our early 50s or late 40s. You still be fairly young to move to interact with people with friends. It's that so in your so then I say in your late 40s, your mid 40s, your early 50s, is this the life you want to live in? Is this the Liberia you want to live? In a divided Liberia?
Hey, you be passing by your own
yes.
man and they benefit, huh?
You 50-year-old, then you have built enemy for yourself that will last for the rest of your life. So what God say you will live for 70 years.
Damn, I mean, you get what
30 years
plus
with your friends,
to face your enemies,
who you went to school with,
your perceived enemies,
as enemy because of politics. And Joseph Boakai hate. You join yourself into Boakai. Anybody, let me tell you, I say every day, my politics and my support to George Weah. George Weah enemy is not my enemy.
No way.
I can say that anyway.
No way.
Even if he has one. That is if he has one. Because I've not heard anyway, they will always say, oh, Joey, I hate the man. Hate to see the man. No. But his enemy, they're not my enemy. I'm supporting him to be president. And when we are least for politics, I'm done with politics. I say that every day. Yeah, bro. Or maybe now that other people will be supporting me now. But we are leave politics. I'm not going to run behind any politician.
Supporting other politicians are supporting us. No. Supporting on what basis?
I'm going to jump behind no politician and say, oh, I'm supporting the person because we are not in politics. We are in politics. Maybe other people will be following me now. Yeah, you know. But you just see me into A level where I'm into A.
Yeah, maybe at that time, other people want you to be senator.
That because Joey have been on radio.
Yeah,
that senator because only one reason every day I say that thing. That because of one reason I'm on radio. Joey, if George Weah announced tomorrow, say me, I'm not running again. 1 hour later, I will announce my resignation from the radio. That only George Weah go first. That because of George Weah, I am into politics now and say, oh, I can't do radio in and there. That because of George Weah. Tomorrow he say, I'm not running again. The person I was seeing, that person that will convince me, that person that gave me 39 reasons. God will measure the reason to my age. Yeah, I will come my age and say, give me 39 or 38 reasons why I should support you. So we're doing these things for different reasons. Different reasons. I tell my you be men, my man, you be careful how you're playing the politics, though. Akaras posted something on a page. I don't know what you saw. Charlie Bromsky,
and
Joseph Boakai Jr., and Tai Wongwei. 4 of them.
Yeah.
That was when George Weah was president. Opposition people and ruling party people used to chill.
Yeah. Tai Wongwei.
They used to omega.
Joe Boakai Jr.
Yeah. And Charlie Bromsky. And Akaras. You see them interacting. They were at an entertainment place.
Yeah.
Having fun.
So that ANC, Unity Party,
and CDC.
But today,
we
are at each other's throat because of Boakai.
A government entity that is even providing service to the public. You go to government entity to go check on your water bill or go settle your water bill or YAPRO or LDC, you go there. People think because you are a journalist, so you go see government official. So I asked the other guy, I'm like, I was like, do you work here? He said, yes. I said, you asking me who I can do?
As if I came to your house.
No, Chia meaning. I said, no, you mean him. You mean him. Because why you be asking a whole Austin Kawa? Why? Who you can't do?
Yeah.
I'm not answerable to you. I don't have sanction to go to any government ministry or agency. These government entities providing services to the public.
That's why they got their service delivery charter. I don't know what.
In your office here, you got a service center here. And you asking somebody what you can do here? In the worst case, I came to your boss. How does that concern you? Your boss, my friend, before he even became the minister or managing director. And I don't have enemies. All my friends who know me, they know I don't have enemies. I'm not going to have enemies because of politics, junkies.
No.
Because of politics? No. So when I see the UP men, the way they're talking, fighting everybody, strong by the beginning. Their own supporter, the men posting the videos, advising them. I will read what the other one posted about him. And then we'll go take course. We'll take a few courses and then go. I'll read what they wrote about him. He said posted. Where did he post this? Okay. He posted it. He posted, he said, somebody just told me that being too objective in Liberian politics can make you benefit. I told the person, it already like that. Let the hunger kill me. Then the person posted this. Oh, I hope I got it. Okay. No, rescue something. The rescue agenda page. They posted something warning him. Let me go there. Watch, let me taking calls.
Okay, let's take calls. Let's take calls on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Our desperate caller only. You call us on +231 886 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104.
So this is what they wrote. They said, someone please tell. This is a Rescue Liberia page. Is there someone please tell Strong Man begin that if he wants to return to his CDC, he supported CDC in 2017. If he wants to return to his CDC or the opposition, the road is wide open. You are enjoying the Canadian comfort, but want to be dictating how a government should function. You cannot dictate the workings of the rescue mission. Go show Jowia's strategy on how to win an election. You see arrogance? You see stupidity. Is that people give you stupid?
Oh, so that whole fighting
now arrogance I won't use it. Like ignorance I wanted to use. You see ignorance?
Ignorance. Lack of knowledge.
We take our course.
And we just leave that ignorant there and take some serious people here. Because I think that's a complete lunatic behavior. This caller online one, your name is joining us from where? Have you say?
Thank you very much for the talking point this evening. You know the issue about our politician, like if you're not liar, not a true politician.
Yeah.
So the issue about milk Africa, special labor not develop. But you see the Western world after the election, it put everybody together and move forward. Like 2017, 2018. Jawaki do power and got everybody on radio. But seeing the experience for the 2 years old man took power in the overall community never did it. And the Melcher, it is good. Like one of the weak points. Whether it took for it, get appreciate. So our problem 25, 26, they keep more great. They keep more glory. They will maybe another say yeah, the one that will go Africa to go live. Well, she will be too more like I want to say in the girl community. So, she's only live it laugh. That you always see the grace of God. Because according to the Bible, oh, you cross 70, the grace upon you. So you don't have read 30, you have make it. So we want the attitude or invest in ourselves. We did for that 2020 now. Thank you very much.
We'll leave you and go to this other caller. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Speaking of Mr. Balak, calling from Brownville.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so Austin.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's why we tell other people in the community that this social human rights God is type of behavior within our country and your family is wrong, because if you can look at social human rights age and look at the age, tell me for God's sake. It's not focusing that tomorrow will go, that people will pray so to say, oh yeah, we have a person who have this, there is a good impact that he did in this country. He's not thinking about that. But we need to bring division. Like the late brother said there, he said, this old man looking at someone who wants to bring divisions and separations against us. And that's why you see it. So I always go on live on Sunday, but they see that foundation. There's Bonnie A. Bala speaking from District 17 here. As long as I'm living, we still in Joseph Bakai. We need to have a bad behavior, and we tell his followers who always insult and they give them job to reward them with job, that it should never be. It will never be. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave you and take this caller. Yeah. Please wake up and stop sleeping on us. Okay, go ahead.
Nothing will get on them. Nothing will get on them, man. For the 2-year experiment posted, nothing will benefit them. When I get one idea, nothing will benefit for him as a citizen. When the leader can listen and say, God's meeting you, he said, what will come on them? Nothing. They already say for the shame to tell others. The government say, the shame. But nothing will get money, man.
Okay.
Nothing, you know.
All right. Thank you. We'll leave you and take this caller. Your name and what are you calling out from?
Junkie Morris, I see myself.
Yeah, General. How are you?
The minister has to Austin.
How to you?
No, Junkie. Yeah, I'm great with Austin and Junkie. We are in trouble. So the problem, there's a massive thing coming from Clanton. We are in trouble, Junkie and Austin. We are in trouble. They put into calamity that we will be inside for 6 years and they're trying their begin. We are in trouble. I listen to a lot of platforms talking about people so like put army from here to Guinea. Can you imagine? I said also, hey, Your friend there catch you and carry you to Guinea side. And you take your machine. So what they were doing? They put it in the side for us. Well, on La Brosa, but they took down people and carried them to Guinea side and set them on the floor. They will take out a transfer and sit down on the ground. Can you imagine? Our country will be saying that one day one was sleeping. People will just walk on and start carrying up on a water regime. Yeah, trust me. What I'm saying, so they will come to pass. They will come to pass tomorrow. And I listen to other people talk about the community party talking about what they say about get free. Can you imagine that? And what I listened to, they said 28 people was to go to NSCC. And they declare every one of them community parties that they're not complete. So can't tell us because they free Maggie and say for Russian education or then they follow payroll. And they said no, that will not do. And they running with them, but so they passing law, they're making comment law, they know allegation, they level existing, that will lie. No, what yes, this year. People with one another, treating with one another for the opposition, the party, and for the opposition, the CDC. Your friend Mo Ali was one of them. Mo Ali. Mo is getting money for the CDC government. So give me let's go and buy let's go for a set of way. So there
You get evidence. You get evidence that people. You get evidence that people are giving Mo Ali money.
You see, I get evidence.
Yeah.
They're going there. Yes, people in the comment now.
Wait, brother.
Someone in the comment. Hey, brother. The general. They say, who brother? He asked me.
Akaros do you?
Yes. Sit down and not glass and not bottle.
Yeah. No, that one not true.
Man for Boaka is saying anything of BBQ, la period. So they see somebody like the person now they see the fire is set. The project. What for are suffering with crying and I hearing that one, sir. Boaka can get you cheap. Then I don't listen to the nurse in the market that do your wife. Preach yourself and pay your home. So they go pay you. You gonna say what I'm saying? So the people look for it. The one can say they rob Boaka. I'll show you how to do XYZ. You want to agreement with Boaka? You sign a document. You see them up and put in the DC. You give it to the devil. But Boaka taking action and you say, what have you? So we'll see it. Look, that one more for I know she for say I know who is justice. That one people more shot, man. I put some more rights for killer. You want to be persecuted, but now if people so beyond back. Take a boss on the comments, the American comments are. The free and market for allegation. Can you imagine that? You know, we're talking about it by now. If you cross your body and hide your best somewhere, so it's for killer. Who did I put just a woman? But today, what can free the woman and they go and they put money at people. When it comes to tomorrow, power, not the job, anybody can be, tell the power tomorrow. They'll prosecute them tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Masisi. We leave Masisi there, the general, and take this.
I think we have to go. We've gone by the general's time.
Yeah, so we'll just squeeze in two more calls. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yes, the general calling from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You know, people there are how they think about 15 years still war. Because during that time, they will go, anything they say, oh, they're going to catch us all. Wait for the core people that you perceive the people perceive when it comes to power. They perceive and all jobs they are going to officially are confirmed and they confirm. So the LCC and get today, I was sitting in my glass, they said no. But I mean, we have 100,000 cars.
What is that?
When they order people that see, they will LCC. But when you go, they say, you're say, you're going to when you're going to have I will go after. Then the reason we say, they put you like, we should say, we have which company. Your people putting, you need them, you tell me, that will not anything. And the other person, I will go after. Let me tell you, then your prayer is unletting game. Your prayer is unlaw. And say, for you. And say, when you're going to put it for you. Today, then I will put your mouth. When people put their police, I'll just come and see
Now my money is finishing. You must send me that tomorrow.
You on the radio, Patuba?
Yeah, because you laughing. You want to be laughing.
I will send you credit. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Hello, you want to talk here?
Yeah.
But make all the appointment. Thank you very much.
Patukpa, go ahead.
Okay, thank you this evening, Austin and your co-host. You know, I don't know the Unity Party where they are taking off in their country, where they are having in mind day and night. You know, our bosses, even when they are menacing, they leave that you bend down, you pass your hand over the one that behind you for other person. You forget to know. I know because of the gun or what the people are doing things, we are not the same Liberian. Remind them, tomorrow coming, your friend that you were eating together tomorrow, when you move from power, your face short. So remind them, we beg them, we must be one another keeper. Thank you. May God bless you.
Amen. We have to go. We have to go.
We have to go. We have to go. We have to call it a day. It was fascinating on the Monday's edition of Freedom Hard Talk. Austin and Junkies were here in your company.
Jide, your trusted partner.
We'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, to bring you another presentation of Freedom Hard Talk on Freedom FM 87.9. Thanks to all of our callers. Thanks to all of our followers. Those that commented, those that share our live stream. We want to say thanks to all of you for making this broadcast a success. Austin, on tomorrow.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop slipping.
Oh yes, tomorrow we shall be back here and
Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your. Come on, come on, come on.
yes, we'll go detail into this whole thing of the Liberian military and the Guinean military and the border thing. We'll have a lot of information about that, but the information came in late. So yes, that's why I said we're talking about it tomorrow. It's important. This is a national security issue. You know, when your sovereignty is under threat or is being abused or disrespected, that don't worry and stuff. But we're not praying for it. Hey, we're not happy. Sir. But whatever the case is, it was nice being with all of you. And by God's grace, we shall be back here tomorrow. But until then, do have yourselves blessed moments in your respective area. Thanks to Cram Stepper Liberia for the sponsorship, along with Bukongide Group of Company.
Building your future. Then, your solution is Bokongide Group of Companies. Bokongide, your trusted partner in microfinance,